What's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel, welcome to another video. Today is going to be a bit of an update as to what has been going on because I feel like I owe it to you guys. There's definitely been some bad and also a lot of good, so this is kind of like one of those things where the good and the bad kind of weigh out, so I don't know if that makes sense, but you'll see what I mean. So I'm gonna start with the bad and then we'll move on to the good stuff, and I'm also gonna tell you guys about my competing plans, so if you're interested in that then stay tuned. So as some of you know, back in October last year I got really ill and I ended up having to take like 2 months off of the gym. So I basically ended up not starting back proper training until like Christmas time. My strength was so poor, my fitness, my endurance, everything was crap, and it's honestly taken me like a good 2.5 months to feel like I'm kind of anywhere near back where I was. It ended up taking such a toll on my mental health, and at the time I didn't even realize it was happening because I was kind of having all of these good things happening in my life as well, so the highs would kind of lift me up and give me this false sense of stability, and then I would just crash back down. It was crazy. So anyway, I think that a lot of that came from not being able to go to the gym, and that might sound kind of stupid, but I feel like a lot of my direction in life comes from the gym. Obviously I compete as a professional athlete, but also my job or my jobs are all kind of centered around fitness or the gym in one way or another. And I sort of felt like I'd kind of lost myself a little bit. I remember having some quite sort of helpless thoughts and feeling quite defeated a lot of the time. And I felt kind of stupid for feeling that way because I know like I have a really good life. I'm really lucky, and my career and my friends and everything around me is all really good. So it was kind of like an inner battle with myself to kind of I didn't want to accept that I felt that way. I had like next to no motivation a lot of the time, and I guess the reason that I feel like I should tell you this is because I feel like a lot of people feel this way, and it's really easy to think that people that you kind of watch online don't feel that way, but they do. Like, I think everybody does, and it does not matter how many people are following you or liking your pictures or whatever. Like, it really makes no difference. I listened to a really interesting talk recently by someone called Johann Hari, I think that's how you pronounce it. He talks about how depression is often classified as like a sort of imbalance in our own brains, and that kind of makes it seem like it's not real, if you know what I mean. Whereas in reality there's often perfectly valid reasons for the way that we feel, and often there is something lacking in our life or like an unmet need. And he said something that really sort of resonated with me, so I'm going to read you it.
If we allow the biology to become the whole picture, what we're implicitly saying to people is, your pain doesn't mean anything. It's just a malfunction. It's like a glitch in a computer program. It's just a wiring problem in your head. But I was only able to start changing my life when I realized your depression is not a malfunction. It's a signal. Your depression is a signal. It's telling you something.
And I don't know why that kind of resonated with me so much, but I thought I'd leave it with you guys and see what you thought. You don't even have to look at it as something as severe as depression, but even just thinking like if your mood is off, why is that? Is that your body sending you a signal that something in your life needs to change? And it's just a different way of looking at it rather than always thinking, I need to sort myself out. Like, maybe that's not the right way to look at it always. Maybe you need to look at where you're putting your energy and what is currently in your life, and whether you're lacking something, whether there's a need that's not being met. So anyway, you guys can let me know what you think of that, but I'm gonna move on to kind of the present. So in the last few weeks, things have really started to turn around, which I cannot be more happy about, obviously. So back in November, actually when I was kind of in this negative headspace, I met my now boyfriend, Eddie. If you follow me on Instagram, you will know that we were meant to be doing a Q&A together, and we still haven't done it because we've just had way too many like fun plans and stuff, so I'm sorry, and we will do a video together at some point. But the biggest question that people asked us was how we met, so I'm gonna tell you guys like my side of the story just now. So we kind of knew of each other for quite a while, going back to May 2019 at Body Power. If you don't know what that is, it's like a UK based fitness expo. So that was the first time that we kind of crossed paths, and we were both kind of like, hello. But like nothing really came of it. Anyway, time passed and Ed would kind of message me on Instagram every now and then and just kind of like slide in there, you know what I'm saying? I ignored him. Well, I didn't ignore him. I like replied, but I was just like, meh. Because honestly, like, I thought he was way too hot to be a nice person. That's like the honest truth. I know that probably sounds kind of stupid to some people, but like, gals, you know what I'm saying. So eventually, I think in like October, he sent me a picture of his dog. I'll see if I can find the actual picture that he sent me and put it on the screen. But yeah, I'm a sucker for dogs, so I was like, oh, he's so cute. And it turned out that me and Elvis actually have the same birthday. So, you know, meant to be and all that sort of stuff. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so we ended up talking like all day, every day, and Eddie was actually out in America at this point, so we hadn't even like met up or anything like that, and he had plans to come home to the UK for his birthday, which was at the end of November, and he actually ended up inviting me to his birthday like celebrations, which is hilarious because we hadn't even really hung out in real life, and then I went and spent like a full weekend with him and his family. But anyway, so I went and picked him up from the airport, and I remember I stayed in a hotel the night before because he was flying into London, and he had these like crazy beautiful flowers delivered to my room with like a little note, and it was like, can't wait to see you tomorrow. So obviously I was like, boy, you done good. I remember I went to pick him up at the airport the next day, and I was like crazy nervous, but we ended up just getting on like so well, and it was literally like from the first second, you know, and the rest is history. So yeah, after that he was meant to be going back to America, but instead he is still here. And we have actually just moved in together like 2 days ago, so that's all super exciting. But yeah, this is what I meant about having like highs and lows, because we have just had the best time together, and he always made my mental health issues feel like they weren't there, and I think that's kind of why I didn't do anything about it to start with. And like I said, there was so much good happening. I was like, how can I possibly feel this way? It's totally ridiculous. But I think it's a really important message that these things, they evolve and they will manifest into your daily life if you don't take action against them. And I'm just really grateful for all the people around me who almost know me better than I know myself sometimes, and kind of give me a shake when I need it. So that's where we are now. And like I said at the start of the video, I do have plans to compete. So I am going to be competing on November 7th at the WBFF European Pro Show. That's the plan. We will see what happens, I guess. There are a lot of shows and competitions getting cancelled right now, but everything's pretty crazy right now, isn't it? So the plan is to get back to full strength because I'm still not there, and then the plan is to develop my glutes and my shoulders. Those are like the two main things that I need to really work on. And then I'll be looking to start a cut in like July, August time. So yeah, I am really looking forward to sharing that journey with you guys over the next 8 months. Which sounds like ages, but it's actually 34 weeks, so that doesn't sound like as long. Because I'll do like a 16 to 18 week cut, so that's like halfway. Or like 16, so I can't do maths in my head right now, but it's not that long away. So if you're interested in following that journey, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I will be showing you what I eat, how I train, and all of the emotional roller coaster stuff that comes along with prep. If you followed my previous preps, you'll know that it is quite a ride. So we've got that to look forward to. So on that note, I will love you and leave you. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. And I will see you all in the next one.